Hey everybody, Luscious Johnny Lang, our boy Gentleman Jim Mills, Fantastic Jays down here at Robbie's Bar and Grill. Hey, Saturday night, baby, and you know what's about to happen. That is me and my boy GJ. We are about to unleash our next top 10. But before we do that, we'd like to thank some of the folks that allow us to do what we love to do. Hey, GJ, what's that?
Johnny, it's the top 10s.
Gosh, we love them top 10s. And that's, you know what? Robbie's Bar and Grill. And that's right here where we're standing in Edgemere, Maryland. Not only that, my boy GJ's place. Now listen, that's the place that you can get anything you ever need and more. And you know where that is? That's Edgewood, Maryland, Starlight Plaza. Now, what else, GJ?
Conquer Apparel out of Indianapolis, Indiana. And don't forget to use our discount codes for 10% off any apparel that you order. WWGJD and
WWJLD. And as you know, those are all down in the description. All you got to do is hit those things. And when you help those folks, you help us folks. And what do we like?
And don't forget to click on that Patreon.
Now listen, we already told you, once this starts rolling, these videos are just going to start getting better
and better.
Now, they have been.
You know,
now, if you guys just looked
it, I mean, that's
at
just
the last, if you guys checked at the last video, you know how good that sucker was. But anyway, okay, all that being said, what's going on, GJ?
This week's top 10 is top 10 freak show acts of all time.
Now listen, we're talking about the
sideshows.
Sideshow, yeah, you know, P.T. Barnum, Harris's, and there's a bunch of other ones. There's only about one or two of them even rocking.
That might not even fly this day and age.
No, oh hell no, I know. And there'd be a lot of crying going on. Now listen, everybody, we know that you're freaks because you're watching us, and that's the freaks. So if there's anything or any freaks that you guys think should be on the list, make sure you do what, GJ?
Put it down there in the comment.
That's it. That's all you got to do. And then you know what? Maybe we'll do a freak show too, and you'll be number
one. Well, we all know who's number one.
Yeah, the cameraman.
All right. Anyway,
camera lady. Anyway.
Hey now.
Number 10. Joseph Carey Merritt, the Elephant Man, born August 5th, 1862. Leicester, England, died April 11th, 1890 in Whitechapel, England, age 27. His skeleton is still on display at the Royal London Hospital.
Wow. Now, this guy...
Yeah, didn't Michael Jackson try to buy his bones or something?
I did, yeah. Right.
Yeah, I think that's what
this is probably the most famous freak on this daggone list. Now, he's at number 10. You know, he's always been put in the back. And that's the way he still is. Now, maybe he should have been number 1. Now, you know, this guy, what his problem was is tumors and bone deformities, and that's what killed him. He died of asphyxiation from all of that. But how many movies, cartoon movies, stories?
A lot was made about him.
The Elephant Man.
That's correct. All right, anyway, number 9, Grady Stiles, the Lobster Boy. Born June 26, 1937, died November 29th, 1992. Had, how do you pronounce it, Johnny?
I wish I knew. That's why you're the top 10s guy, and that's why I'm the other guy.
Electrodactyly?
Electrodactyly.
Electrodactyly?
Hey, listen. You know what you got to do.
All right, well, look it up and learn it.
No, don't look it up, learn it. You get in there and you do what you got to do.
And surprisingly, apparently, when he became older, he became not a nice person, and his family ended up murdering him off at the age of 55.
Yeah, vicious guy. I mean, now he. A lot of these folks, when they
got
retired,
hungry.
they retired to the Freak Town. Damn, I don't even know what the name of that is, but it's down there in Florida. And
it's called Florida. It tells you where it is.
And that's where he retired. And apparently, he was a dirty, no good bastard. And they planned his murder, and they did it.
And they did it.
They boiled him.
Isaac Sprague, born May 21st, 1841, died January 5th, 1887, he was the human skeleton.
Like myself. I mean, there were some comments earlier about anybody stomach being seen, but I feel like I might be the human skeleton.
Far from it. He toured with P.T. Barnum.
Now this dude, it was like he was like the opposite of us. Like instead of gaining weight, this guy as he got older, he lost weight. So when he got into his 30s, he's like 50 pounds. I don't even know, and I guess they didn't even know what it was at the time. But that was his deal. And the only way, and because he was so thin, he couldn't make any money except for the way that us freaks do.
Yeah, we got a freak show. All right, anyway, number 7, Annie Jones Elliott, and we all know her as the Bearded Lady. Born July 14th, 1865 in Marion, Virginia. Died October 22nd, 1902 in Brooklyn, New York. Her disease was hirsutism.
That's pretty good.
She died at the age of 37, and she also toured with P.T. Barnum.
As we go through these things and we check the pictures out, this lady, she had a real beard.
I mean, really, the pictures.
I don't know if I could grow a beard like that.
She'd make us look bad.
But that was her. But not only that, a lot of these folks, and including this lady, I know she had. Well, that was the other list.
Hirsutism?
But she had three. No, she had 3 children.
Oh, did she?
I know. I forgot the list. She had 3 children, and a lot of these folks had children. And as we get closer to that list, wait. I want to know.
All right. Anyway, we're going to move it on to number 6, Stephen Biberkowski. They call him Lionel the Lion. What is it? The Lion-Faced Man.
Right. Yeah.
Born 1890 lived to 1932. Born in Belize, Congress, Poland.
I love this.
Died in Berlin, Weimar Republic, which is Germany.
Right.
Had hypertrichosis.
That was pretty good, Jimmy. That was good stuff. Because that's a hard one. Right? If I spelled that, none of you son of guns would be able to pronounce that sucker. Let me tell you.
Anyway, he died at 41.
So now this guy, when you look at him, I mean, he literally
looked like a lion.
I mean, there's in the history of sideshows, there's been many people that have been the dog-faced boy and all that. Yeah, we've all. But this guy here,
full mane.
He had a full mane.
Full mane.
And that's another guy that was married and children and lived a kind of
41
a
years.
life.
I mean, as much as a normal life can live.
How old are you, Jimmy? That's 41.
I'm 50. So anyway, moving on to number 5, Ella Harper. They called her the Camel Girl. Born January 5th, 1870. Died December 19th, 1921. She had gene recurvation syndrome. She toured with the Harold's Nickel Plate Circus. She died at 51.
Now the thing about this chick,
her legs were curved backwards.
So like it's like if you do this.
You ever see that movie?
Wait a minute. If you do this, no. How was it?
It was. They were
if you do this, right, backwards.
Her legs bent backwards.
Sorry, we saw the picture, which you guys are seeing right now, but let me tell you, that was kind of weird.
Kinda.
But now, this is if you guys saw our Talk Tuesday, which I know you did, Jimmy and I were talking about how these folks made their money. And these folks were rich. I mean,
they retired at a young age because the money they made touring the circus and the show. I'm sure they had the circus.
Absolutely.
Tour.
But they were rich, and otherwise they would have probably been begging on the streets or doing other things.
Back then they had institutions.
Some of these guys, people would have went in, so they could make a lot of money with the big hands.
All right, moving on to number 4, Francesco Frank Lentini. He was known as the Three-Legged Man. Born May 18th, 1889 in Rosinli, Italy. Died September 26, 1966 in Jackson, Tennessee. He had what's called a parasitic twin. So the third leg was actually another twin.
His-
Right? He died at 77 years old, and he had 3 kids.
Now, how weird is that? Now, listen. You are 77 years old, so that means that whole time. And not only that, I think he had like another little foot off the side of the back of his leg, and this guy lived his whole life. Now, made a lot of money, yes, but with his...
Hey, that's a 77's a full life.
and I think he had another set of genitals, and that's not a lie. That's a true story.
Google him.
Google, yeah, 2 genitals, not too shabby. I mean, that's why he lived so long. God, what a great life. With 2...
And-
wow!
Number 3,
Oh,
Prince Randium, the living torso. Born October 12th, 1871 in Demar, British Columbia. Died December 19th, 1934 in New York, New York. Tetramania syndrome. 63 years old. He didn't have any torso parts.
Right.
I mean,
There was
I'm
no
sorry.
accident.
I'm sorry.
No,
There
he
was
had
no limbs.
Right.
He had a torso.
That's all
There was no
that he had.
limbs, no legs, no arms. But this guy could do a tremendous amount of things without him.
The stuff we do.
Light cigarettes.
Now, how you tell
Matches.
me? Time out a second. How is this guy that now we saw, and you guys are seeing him right now? Now, how the heck did he light those daggone?
Look, it's called Will.
What? What? He wanted to smoke that bad?
Ah, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Wait, give me a. Can you give me a wooden match? Because I'm not the light guy.
Look, he figured it out. He made a lot of money.
He did, and not only that, I mean, he would have a cigarette and a match.
I mean, he died at the age of 63, so.
He probably would have lived longer if he didn't smoke so much.
Oh, I could kill him. Number 2, Chang and N Bunker. Born May the 11th, 1811 in Shimut, Songchang, Siam. Died January 17th, 1874 in Mount Airy, North Carolina. Between them both, they were Siamese twins.
Right. Now,
They died at the age of 62.
Can we show how? Put your arm up.
Now,
Can we show how they were connected?
This is how they were connected.
This is how these guys were connected. If you guys don't believe it, you're looking at the
They
picture.
were connected by the hip,
You're going to see the picture.
and
not only
between
that,
them both, they had 21 kids.
Can you believe it?
Yeah,
What
they were.
kind of freaky lifestyle was going on with them? I mean, let me tell you something. You can't tell me that the other guys not. And oh my God.
Anyway.
What kind of crazy? Oh my God.
It had to be,
Is there any Siamese twin porn around?
Oh, will you stop? Anyway, back to the case in point. Now we're going to do an honorable mention.
Wait. This honorable mention was mentioned to me. And then, of course, I had to mention it to Gigi.
And I agreed. It's not a real person, but
this is the
we
greatest.
had to put it in there because everybody would know who it is.
Greatest? Jimmy, look, look at me real quick before you say this.
Lindsay
The
is
greatest
nasty.
freak
The
of all
three-booth
time.
alien from Total Recall. She lives in Las Vegas, and that movie was filmed on Mars. In the movie, she's 57 years old.
Now, I mean, listen, we like to have a lot of fun, but we do a lot of stuff together. If, like, let's say we hung out with her,
Look,
that would be so great. We can invite a friend. It's like
we
a
can
boob,
invite
a
friend.
boob, and a
All right,
boob.
moving on to number 1. Charles Sherwood Stratton, General Tom Thumb, born January 4th, 1838, died July 15th, 1883 in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Toured with P.T. Barnum, and he had dwarfism. Died at the age of 45.
Now listen, he was discovered.
The first?
That's right. He was discovered by P.T. Barnum, and then P.T. Barnum he dressed him up like a little man, and what else? What else did he? Now listen, look, we're talking about circus guys, and if you don't believe they took advantage, they did. Now, when it was time for General Tom Thumb to, do things in his life that you and I would do in private or with family and friends, what did he do, GJ?
I don't know. What did you do, John?
Oh, you kidding me?
I didn't read it. You did.
Oh no! Oh, I thought we already talked about this.
Yeah.
No, he made the wedding of he and his wife a spectacle and made a boatload of cash off of it.
Why not?
Well, We can't do that anymore.
Our name's not Kardashian.
Well, why is it? Tell me about it, Sam. Why is it always about the Kardashians?
It's because they got married. She made a boatload of money off of the wedding, and then divorced the dude like
None
4
of-
days later.
But there was no divorce with these two. They were dwarfs that got
Well,
married.
I'm just
and
saying.
stayed married.
Yeah, well, unless your name's Kardashian, you ain't gonna make a lot of money off your
Why
wedding.
you effing kidding me?
Now, anyway,
would you stop
So,
with the Kardashians?
we want to say, everyone, come out for November 2nd for feedthevets.org. We would like to, help our vets
Can I say
that
one
Johnny and we both serve.
Time out. Can I say something? And I say this, and I'll say it every time I get a chance to say it, and that is my best friend. And what he did for us is he went over and he put it all on the line. And he did that so...
You know I was in the Navy, right?
Yeah, that's...
I was on the boat.
Stop it. Put it all on the line. And would you stop it?
I was in the combat zone, but still. Not like the guys in the desert.
And the reason he did this...
Those are heroes.
And they were... Would you stop it? And the reason he did it and the reason they do it is so you folks can sit out there in YouTube land and watch these two handsome son of a guns do these videos. So, GJ, November 2nd, starting at 6 o'clock. We want you to bring some non-perishable food items. And what else, GJ?
And anything that you can afford to donate.
Hey, you know what? Every cash donation goes to feedourvets.org. And we're serious business. We mean it. These guys do everything to help us, and we need to help them. So, end of the video. GJ, what do we want our friends to do right this very second?
Subscribe to the channel.
Not only that, we want you guys to like every video that you like to like. GJ, what else?
Comment on the video and trash Johnny Lang.
You guys, listen. You heard all the pronunciations. You know what's going on. Johnny was good tonight, Dad.
Why do you
Johnny
think
was good tonight.
Why do you think he lets me do the pronunciations?
Johnny was good tonight.
You should up that anyway.
Hey, GJ.
Yes.
What else?
Don't forget to comment on them videos.
And not only that, hit that bell.
Oh, we already said comment.
Yeah, you are freaking
But
awful.
you know what? Hit that bell when you hear a ding.
When you hear that, GJ, what's happening?
We dropping new
That
content.
means you guys got to get over there. And you know, when we say get over there, that means get to that computer and go on YouTube to the Jays, because there's going to be some new content. And that's going to be Jays taking care of you. We love you and we appreciate you. Is that a true thing, GJ?
That's a true thing. True thing.
Okay. And we'd like to... Is there anything... Were we missing anything?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't forget, here at Robbie's Bar and Grill, for this Thanksgiving, they're doing what's called Amy's Angels. Any donation goes to helping one local family, or as many as local families they can, for for Thanksgiving dinner.
What a great cause.
What a great cause. Stop down and donate to Amy's Angels.
And listen, if you guys just want to give a couple dollars or a gift card or whatever, I promise you, they will go, they will get the food and whatever they're doing, and it'll be all given for these families.
And don't forget, November 2nd, we'll be behind the bar, partying up and trying to help the vets.
Hey, you know what we got to do. We got to take care of our boys. Now listen, we're at the end, and I want to say one last thing, and that is I love you, GJ.
And I love you too, Johnny Lang.
Thank you for watching.
See you soon.